flu season is here, and so there are a lot of remedies in your home to make yourself feel better and also to prevent yourself from getting sick. So we invited Michelle Fife, the owner of Seva Yoga, into my kitchen to talk about some natural remedies.
We've got a few here lined up for you to try. I know some of these you've already implemented into your routine, Rachel, but it's still nice to talk about them. A tongue scraper is number one. This is a nice stainless steel one, and we talked about using this before for detox, but it also it's a good everyday practice, not only for good breath hygiene, but to get rid of bacteria that can be stored up on the tongue in your mouth.
Yeah, and actually got this from Seva Yoga. It's changed my life. I do this every morning.
It's amazing.
To it.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to kind of demonstrate because it's really easy. We're not going to do close-ups.
Okay.
Because you're not going to want to see what comes out.
Nice job, Rachel.
Yeah,
and then you want to rinse that off.
Yep, and then you clean it. I do a few passes really to get it clean there. And I tell you, it makes my mouth feel so much better.
It really does. It's a totally different feeling than just brushing and flossing alone. So I love the tongue scraper as a prevention method. And then also, we're revisiting the neti pot here. I know Matt had some fun with this before with Terry. And we were talking about allergies then. But also during cold and flu season, just rinsing and keeping the nasal cavities clean with just a simple solution of lukewarm water and some sea salt that you can pretty much buy anywhere is great to do at this time of year. And also, I have some sesame oil here in a bottle, and we can dip it in a Q-tip in that. And then after you've rinsed with a neti pot, sometimes because of the furnace being on or maybe meds that you're taking, the nasal passages get really dry and irritated. And you just dip a little sesame oil onto the Q-tip and rub it around in the nostrils, and it's amazing how good it feels.
Yeah, and you don't have that dry feeling that you have, in your home a lot because you're inside and you've got your furnace blowing constantly.
It's very irritating to that, and that also contributes to the nose running then. So.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get started on the neti. This is my first time. This is another thing that I wanted to do for a long time. And so, how would you suggest we start?
We're just going to get some lukewarm tap water in here, and then put about a quarter teaspoon of sea salt in there. And I'm pretty good at eyeballing that, so that's about right for that.
All right.
And you want to make sure that the water's not too warm, that it's going to burn or irritate. Just lukewarm.
How far should I fill this?
Fill it about up to there.
Okay.
This is my travel neti pot. And once you get your water in there, your hands are clean, I'm assuming. You want to stir it around a little bit with your finger. Just make sure the salt is diluted in the water. Okay. And while you tip your head to the side, make sure that you keep your mouth open and you're taking deep breaths through the mouth, just slow and deep breaths. That's going to close off the glottis so that the water just travels right through the other side.
Right now, and I could definitely feel the difference.
Yeah, and if you practice this every day, you'd probably get a lot less colds, period.
Yeah. Well, nice. Okay, Michelle, you have another home remedy, a natural remedy.
Well, yeah, just tea tree oil, which can be used for a variety of purposes. It's a great antibacterial. But if you put, and you really want to use this sparingly, a drop in a little pot of water and steam your face over it to just take some deep breaths, that's also really nice when you're suffering from a head cold during this time of year. So it's just one of the things I keep in the cupboard with all these other natural remedies. Number one, you want to not be stressed, because when you're holding stress in the body, it naturally weakens your immune system. And so to avoid that, a nice regular yoga practice or restorative yoga, even when you're sick, some restorative yoga is great for you.
Well, great. Well, thank you for coming in, showing us some really easy remedies that we can do right in our home. Oh, it was really
my eyes are watering just looking.
And I know you have done the neti before, and so you can really relate to that whole sensation of what it feels. It's basically a kind of like a flush in your nasal system.
Yeah, if anybody needs a flush, it's this nose right here. And yeah, I guess I'm going to have to add that to my New Year's resolution, because I haven't done it in a while, and I've been getting sick a lot lately. It seems like I'm on the rotation every 3 weeks, and I think that would really help.
That is on my list of resolutions for 2011, and really to have that lesson from Michelle was really, really helpful. I do have to add, there's one trick to successful netting, and we talked about this. There's a sensation when you have the flush going through your nasal cavity that it wants to come out your mouth, and so don't get discouraged if it gets a little tough. kind of feels like you're swimming or something like that, and so you kind of just have to breathe really easily through the mouth.
Like do your face that you did?
Yeah. Practice makes perfect, right? I've become better already.
That
was my first neti experience. I thought it was pretty decent.
You did
for that.
pretty well. Almost as good as me.
Yeah. Well, we spent some time talking about New Year's resolutions. It's always fun to look forward, but we also wanted to know what you've resolved to do in the past.
And one of our Facebook friends, Michelle Nugent Halstead, told us this year I'm giving up fast food. 2 years ago I gave up chocolate. What, are you crazy? I made it the whole year. It was so hard. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I don't think you could do that. Marcy Wilson Evelyn says, started eating clean 2 years ago and still going strong. Eat Clean Diet Series books by Tosco Reno are the best. We've never felt better. Our daughter has type 1 diabetes and her numbers have improved so much. Her doctor is literally in awe. That's good to hear.
That's fantastic. And Amber Pasowski told us 3 years ago I quit smoking, best thing I ever did for myself, and I'm giddy about it. I'm not sure how I could top it.
That is a really huge accomplishment. Congrats, Amber. Those are great resolutions. Congrats on your success to everyone, and good luck as you prepare to enter 2011 with some brand new ones.
Yes.